Hello, class. I hope all of you are having a good day so far, whether it's in the morning or if this is sixth and eighth period. All right, eighth period, I apologize for the inconvenience yesterday. All right, there was some technical issues that was out of my control. All right, so today's video actually picks up pretty much the last three slides that you have is what the video will start off with. All right, so eighth period on Thursday when we conference. All right, we'll get all caught up on the slides that you guys missed because our conference was kind of canceled due to the technical issue. All right, getting on to the conference. Okay, for homework tonight, if you did not see in Schoology already, there is your trimester 2 exam question sheet, the exact exam you would have seen, you would see Tuesday, 1 week from yesterday, that you would have taken, but this exam's only going to count as homework. Okay, and I'm going to ask you tonight, all right, to complete, not the entire exam, because I know it's a lot, and you have other assignments and homework to complete in other classes. Just complete page 1. Oop, didn't mean to use that. Okay, so delete that. I meant to use the highlighting. All right, make sure you complete page 1, all right, of the trimester exam, and send the entire trimester exam completed. I'm sorry, just page 1, all right? Well, you have to send the exam back to me, but all I'm looking for to see is page 1 completed, and we'll go over the exam together in the conference. All right, it is very important, all right, that you do these assignments and get it back to me. All right, the trimester exam, all homework, all right, that's trimester exam homework will count as 2 homework grades. Okay, so it will have a lot of weight towards your trimester 2 grade. So make sure you get that done and back to me through Schoology. There are still a number of you that have not submitted stuff to me in Schoology. Okay, sorry that I'm so repetitive with that because I know a good portion of you do get the assignments to me. All right, but I've sent emails out to some of you. Please make sure you get assignments back to me if you have still yet to do that. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask if you could take out your notes. Let us finish up chapter 9. All right, let's finish up talking about ancient Rome. All right, and we'll conference tomorrow, which would be Thursday. All right. So, the last cause to the fall of the Roman Empire was Germanic invasions. Okay, this is the last cause, right? And many different Germanic groups, even going back to the days of the Roman Republic and early Rome, like 753 BC, many different Germanic groups existed on the borders of Rome. Okay, and we're going to talk about all those different Germanic tribes in chapter 10, such as the Franks, the Celts, the Anglo-Saxons, the Jutes, the Germans, the Vikings, Burgundians, Czechs, Slavs, all these different Germanic tribes, that the Romans have been driving out for years, right? But these Germanic tribes are now able to make their way into Rome because Rome is kind of vulnerable at this point, and the fact that they're weak, their government's weak, their military is constantly fighting each other. And these Germanic groups were basically looking for warmer climates and better grazing land for their cattle because most of these Germanic people were farmers and cattle herders. All right. One Germanic tribe we'll talk about is the Visigoths. All right, the Visigoths were being attacked by an Asiatic tribe called the Huns, which were a big cause to the fall of the Roman Empire. And the Visigoths are going to ask for the Roman Empire for protection. All right, the Roman Empire gives the Visigoths that protection, and in return, okay, the Visigoths, all right, promise that they would serve in the Roman military if called upon. All right, but trouble breaks out between the Romans and the Visigoths because the Romans treated Visigoths very poorly. They called them barbarians, savages. Okay, for example, Visigoths had to pay more for particular goods and services. All right, for a Visigoth to buy a loaf of bread, it cost a lot more than a Roman. And the Visigoths rebel against the Romans, and they become the first ever Germanic tribe to successfully defeat Roman legions at the Battle of Adrianople. So make sure you know the Visigoths, defeat the Romans at the Battle of Adrianople, and after defeat, Rome has to surrender a portion of its land to the Visigoths, that is considered theirs. And that was in areas of Western Europe, like modern-day Spain. All right, so make sure you get this down. All right, important thing. All right, for the first time in almost over 1,000 years, Roman legions were defeated by Germanic tribes at the Battle of Adrianople. What Germanic tribe defeated the Romans? The Visigoths. Okay, and the Visigoths are also known as the West Goths. All right, so make sure you get that down. Okay, moving on to the next slide, or if you are still missing something, you can certainly go back or pause the video at this point. Jumped a little bit far ahead. So in AD 410, for the first time in 800 years, Rome, the city of Rome itself, will be invaded by a Visigoth leader by the name of Alaric. Okay, oops, sorry, used the wrong one again. Okay, Alaric, he was a Visigoth chieftain. That's what they called their leaders, chieftain. Is going to invade Rome with his soldiers, and takes control of it for a number of years, and he becomes the first successful leader to invade Rome, something that Hannibal Barca couldn't even do. Okay, a Visigoth, a Germanic tribe leader, is able to do in AD 410. Eventually, the Romans drive him out, and then in AD 455, another group of Germanic people invade Rome, and that was the Vandals. Okay, and the Vandals invade Rome in 455 AD, and they basically spend 12 days destroying buildings and everything valuable, burning, valuable goods. And we get the word vandalism, from the Vandals, and vandalism basically means, you should write this definition in, and you should know what vandalism is. I think it's a term you do in reading, is the deliberate destruction of public or private property. Okay, destruction or damage. Okay, so it's the deliberate destruction of public or private property. I apologize for my handwriting. Okay, I know it looks pretty bad, but I'm trying to write without using that cool little writing feature that you guys have in Notability. Okay, and the Vandals, they don't want to establish an empire, and they leave Rome, and Rome pretty much is on the brink of collapse. And finally, or unfortunately, I should say, the city of Rome falls to a Germanic general by the name of Odoacer, and the end of the Western Roman Empire. So the Eastern Roman Empire is going to continue to prosper for another 1,000 years, just under a different name called the Byzantine Empire, and that empire is going to preserve a lot of Greek and Roman culture. But the western part of the Roman Empire, and if you can remember back to Diocletian, he split Rome into two parts, which was a big mistake because the western part's going to collapse. Odoacer takes control of the western part, overthrew the last Western emperor. The last Western Roman emperor was Romulus Augustulus, and it's kind of ironic that the last Roman emperor has the name that many Romans believed to be the first king of Rome, Romulus. I think that's just ironic. It's not necessarily planned out. He is murdered in AD 476, and that is the date you need to know. That is the official date of the end of the Roman Empire. Okay, Odoacer controls Rome for 15 years, and then different Germanic tribes and Italic tribes and Asiatic tribes take over Rome on and off for the next about 400, 600 years. All right, so this is the last slide for Chapter 9. You have all the notes to help complete that trimester exam that we're going to go through pretty much from today all the way to Tuesday next week. All right, and then you should be able to view your grades later next week before Easter. Okay, any questions? I'm sorry, well, we're not in a conference. If you have any questions on this video, feel free to email me anytime throughout the day, or you can ask me anything about these 3 slides tomorrow when we conference. All right, make sure you complete page 1 of the trimester 2 exam, and then send the page 1 completed. You can just send the entire exam back to me through Schoology in order to get credit. And like I said, all right, the exam will count as 2 homework grades, so it will have a big effect on your homework average. Please make sure you get that to me. All right, I hope all of you have a good day and enjoyed this video. And tomorrow during the conference, we will watch the Mr. Nicky Roman Empire video, all right, to kind of cap off these 2 chapters. All right, I think one of the periods saw it already, but I know a bunch of you haven't. Maybe some of you looked it up on YouTube. We're going to watch it again as a class in a conference. All right, have a great day. And if you missed anything in the video, you can go back and pause it and copy those notes down. All right, if you missed anything in the video on Monday, all right, make sure you go back to that video and get those notes as well. All right, because you'll need that for the trimester exam and for the future when we're going over the comp. All right, I'm going to end the video here, and we'll speak to you guys tomorrow.